what is your opinion on Global South challenges to find reliable and efficient clean energy in the next few decades?
Well, I believe that hydrogen is one of the key elements of green and sustainable energy generation. And I believe that when we talk about green hydrogen, it's not only the hydrogen produced from wind and solar energy, but also the hydrogen that can be produced from renewable source or renewable fuel like ethanol. I really believe that ethanol for countries like India and Brazil are going to be one of the key elements in the next decades, the decades to come, and to attack climate change and in this energy transitional period. And when we talk about ethanol, I'm not only talking about first generation ethanol, but also about second generation ethanol. And I believe that if we find ways of producing large quantities of second generation ethanol in an affordable way, I believe that ethanol can be employed to transport hydrogen, can be employed as a vector to transport hydrogen, and then hydrogen can be produced at the final end where it's going to be consumed not only as a fuel but also as raw material for the production of renewable fertilizers and other products.
So, do you think that the rich Western countries will help with finance and technology transfer to countries of Global South in their transition to clean energy for a greener future?
Well, I believe that most of the rich countries, they will have to invest, and it's a necessity. It's not only for fighting climate change, but it's for their own safe of their economies that they will have to invest.
And do you see possibility of active cooperation among countries of Global South like India, Argentina, Brazil to develop their own clean energy technology?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's extremely important to have countries like India, Brazil, and Indonesia to work together, and other nations in the South Hemisphere, because we are part of the solution, and I would say that we are the biggest part of the solution for a greener economy and a sustainable future.
And what would be the best strategy for the countries of Global South to deal with global warming and climate change? What role do you see for the scientific community of Global South in moving in this direction?
Well, they have to work together. Collaborations must be set, bilateral collaborations or group collaborations, not only with India, Brazil, but as I said, Indonesia, South Africa, and other countries that are essential for this future, this near future, and where the opportunities to produce greener energy are going to appear, and the South Hemisphere and countries in what we can call the South Hemisphere countries are essential for presenting and developing the solutions for the climate change and energy transitional period.
And how hopeful are you in achieving the target of transitioning to clean energy for the greener future?
If we talk about Brazil, Brazil has already a very clean energy mix. If you consider that the electricity mix in Brazil, more than 80% comes from renewable source of energy. If you take the whole energy mix in Brazil, includes transportation, industry, and so on, Brazil has almost 50% of its energy mix from sustainable and renewable energy. And I believe that this model can be replicated in other countries, and those who we already mentioned in the South Hemisphere countries.